Okay, hi, my name's Mark Titchner and I'm an artist. I live in London. Um, like most of you, I'm working at home now, so instead of my studio, I'm going to film this. I'm actually in my son's bedroom sitting underneath his bunk bed. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions. The first one was, how did you become an artist? So I went to art school after I finished. I did A level art, GCSE art, and then after that went to do a foundation course and decided there that I wanted to study fine art, painting, and I went to apply to Central St Martin's School in London where I did my degree, and I suppose that's the kind of beginning of how I became an artist. I would always, when I was younger, I suppose, like most people, just really like drawing, painting. My big thing that I was into when I was younger was really comics. Like I used to copy pages from comic books. I also was really interested in like the kind of record cover art. So it's kind of the kind of work that I make now has a lot of image and text next to each other. So I think that really comes from that kind of early influence of yeah, putting art and text together. So I was trying to find a couple of examples. So the way that kind of writing, this is a record I had actually when I was growing up at home. So sort of image and text together, and again thinking about like comic books. So I think to me, when I was growing up, this was probably the kind of stuff that I thought was art. Like I hadn't really been to art galleries and stuff as such. So the kind of art that I wanted to make or was interested in was the kind of art that anyone might come across, like on a in a town centre or in a high street or something, rather than something that you had to go to a museum to see. And I still really like that idea. So a lot of projects I do are based on trying to find spaces to like for people to see art where they wouldn't normally. So I guess the bit about becoming an artist in education is kind of one thing. It's like when you finish at art school, that's kind of the beginning rather than the end. So I think for some people, that can be a bit of a shock. So after I finished at St Martin's, so I was, I don't know, 22 or something. That was kind of the easy bit in a way. That was the end of my education, and then after that, I had to try and, I guess, find a way of being an artist and supporting myself. And it probably took me probably 8 or 9 years after finishing art school to, I guess, to sort of be what you might call like a professional kind of full-time artist. So in that time in between, I did, just worked jobs and sort of tried to make art in the evening. And one thing that was really important around that time as well, which really helped, was I guess meeting other artists who lived in lived in London that I met at art school or from other colleges, and starting to kind of self-organise exhibitions and just work with what we had available. So a lot of the early exhibitions that I was involved with were with friends, and they were in like places like people's houses. Like we did exhibitions in off flat with kind of artwork in the in the bathroom or in the kitchen, or so it was quite good fun. And there was a whole kind of scene of that stuff happening around the time. I think that was it's a really important thing to be able to organise your own projects and exhibitions, and do them in a way that you know is possible for you. It doesn't have to always be something really fancy or big. It's important to connect with those people around you and build something for yourselves.